on somehow. There you go. And we have internet, which is remarkable because the 4G has been playing up literally all day. Hey Kelly, Smutpuss is larking around here somewhere. I hear his claws pattering somewhere. I've just had to redo my wiring because some wires fell out. So I hope everyone being Kelly and me in the chat and someone else, had a great Christmas. I had a very tiring Christmas. I was up very late. And yeah, it was a very long day. But other than that, it was a lovely Christmas. Smutpuss is just out here, by the way. So I have my pre-stream curry, and I have my cola there to drink. And I have some trains set up, and the first one is, on the outside line, is a break band special pulled by the Andrew Barclay at the Barford and the Ruston. And on the middle line is Gordon, who is back to life at the moment. Here comes Bush. And one of my presents, which is Paul McCann number 54, which I got for Christmas, obviously, to match the other Pullman break that I have. And the fancy one is sandwiched in between, yeah, it kind of shows up. So I need to get a silver roofed one to go in the middle. And then on the inside line is my M&GN tank with the Tipfield buffet and my Era 1 wagons and the Sam's Trains Centre thing. Hello, you're going to need to get your paws off the tracks if we're going to run some trains. Come on, up, up. Come on. There you go. Make yourself comfortable. Make yourself at home. He's right there. Sorry, my phone is here, so I have to look at it. He is right there. I must see now if I can change my... No, I can't actually change... Hang on. What if I do that? You see, I'm streaming it on my phone, but I can't see what I look like. It says 720 will play. See, I can't tell whether I'm really blurry or not. Oh, I am. Hello, me. I can see me now. Right, okay, I've got trains to run. Oh, and there's also a Lego train there. That's the new road train, because all seaside towns should have a road train. So here goes the... It's rather slow, but one is pulling one half of the train, I've worked this out, and one is pushing the other half. And there's a moment in between where a pair of the brake bands, the coupling hook hoops don't actually touch. So they aren't under too much stress, despite what it looks like. Yes, you did say the magic words. And so we've got the M&GN tank. These are both nice and quiet. Gordon is quite loud. And once I'm done running these, like I'll move the camera so we can see the station area for a minute or two. I then can take the camera over to my desk to show what I actually got for Christmas, which is the more interesting part. Oh, well, the military just simply can't stand up to the mic of Smutpuss because he's just knocked over their entire encampment on the green. Well, let's see if Gordon's going to work. There we go. So, yes, here we are. It's after Christmas. It's now after 5:30. Storm Gerrit is outside. I know it's been particularly bad in the UK, it's been quite bad here. So I'm hoping that if everything goes dark, the power's gone out. But hopefully that won't happen. We have been told we're a thunderstorm hotspot, apparently, which is not particularly reassuring. Therefore, oh yeah, I've got these lights as well. Ding! Christmas lights. It's fine. So yes, I've got those running. I'll just move the camera now so you can actually see them. Oh. You can stay up there while we'll do this, yeah? Then we're going to move the camera tight. Here we go. And I'll drop it down a little. Now my phone is actually still on my tripod that melted. It's all held together now with masking tape. Because I haven't got around to getting another one just yet. So there is a pub quiz on at the villa, where is the villa? Here it is. There's a pub quiz on here at the villa tonight at 8:30, and I'm tempted to go down and take part, but I don't know yet. My knowledge, probably not that great, unless they're going to ask who had created the locomotives that were in the delivery on the old SCR and Mark Beaglington. Anyway, so my knowledge for a pub quiz will probably be quite small, but I'm tempted to just go down and show you this anyways. Smutpuss got a few things off of Santa. He got a nice box of Felix, and he got some fancy tins of food. And of course he was wearing his Santa bandana for the Christmas special. He seems to have misplaced it today. Isn't that convenient? So this is probably the last time really that we'll get to see snow, because the next video I imagine I'll do for Beaglington-On-Sea will actually be some point later January. So I'm going to have a bit of a break. I'm going to do a bit of work on the English layout. I might get round to, I mean it's been 10 months maybe since I did a video about one recording, so I've got things to do over here. I really want to get another baseboard over here to do my next stage of layout that goes on from here, and I have got plans for that. Yeah, it's something. One of the things I did get for Christmas wasn't model railway related. No. It was Please Me by Locos on vinyl. Although I'm sure at some point there'll be a new remastered version out again. But yeah, I'm happy about that anyway. Now, I suppose I don't have to run any deals. Let me just think. Did I get anything for Christmas? That's... What's the one of anything? Let's see what's another one. I don't know. We'll see when I show the presents anyway. Smutpuss does have a ticket to ride, and he don't care. He's happy to sit on the hill. He's the fool on the hill. That's a hit, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, at least you're at the whole of the line with the top half. I must get one of the die-cast model things they did. We could get like a die-cast set of Beatles at the Abbey Road spring costume. That would be a good thing to get. Right, I'll stop these in a moment because I want to go show you what I got for Christmas, because that's the main point of this. And of course, on the 4th day of Christmas, my two other things to be a live episode of Beaglington-On-Sea. So we'll stop those there, and we'll stop those there. And you might have noticed all my hair is gone. Last year I made a New Year's resolution that I was going to get my hair cut twice in 1 year. And in the week running up to Christmas, I just said, you know what? Get it gone. So, we'll reset up the trains once we're done looking at the presents, but we're going to go around now to the desk. Alex at the desk can't be here, unfortunately. He's eaten a bit too much, and he's a bit too lazy to get up now. You know, the festive season really gets, he gets really enthusiastic, and he ate quite a lot of mince pies during the Christmas special, so he's not here with us today. And you can see my ceiling now as I move this. And I've got to be careful because I have actually got the O-gauge train set up on the floor, which you may get to see. So, that's the desk. Smutpuss is fine up there for now, and I will just squash in. How does he fit in this chair, honestly? Right. Let me bring this down here. It's not particularly bright in here at the moment. So, in my stocking, one of the things that I got is this and this, and they are repainted Trine Transcontinental silver and red coaches that have been painted orange and red fairly badly, but they are quite nice and they do roll, but they have added weights to the bottom, which is also quite cool. And yeah, they're just, forgive me, they're nice. They do have the earlier style of coupling, and they've actually removed it from this end, I suppose, to make it more realistic, which is kind of cool, I suppose, because, you know, it'd be a bit weird having this extra coupling there. So they go together like that, and I suppose they'll only ever be able to run as a pair. But I'm thinking that maybe there's some sort of like weird transcontinental push-pull auto train. Although I imagine if you tried to push them along the track, they'd probably just cause an accident. Maybe we'll leave that up to Edward, because he quite likes making accidents. And so I have, to start off with, oh, and also I've got a Sam's Trains mystery box. Oh, that's got my details on. I've got a Sam's Trains mystery box to open as well, and I haven't looked in it at all. No, it's completely sealed. I literally haven't opened it. The detail again. So yes, I'm looking forward to opening that. So I've got some points for the fiddle yard / next layout area of Project Aldwin, which is quite cool. I've got a lovely Dairy Milk Buttons van. I used to have one like this when I was younger, so that's quite cool. And like it looks really blurry on my camera, but on that thing it's not too bad. Obviously I'm using mobile data because I'm down the rail room. But yes, that's nice. And I've got as well for the retro pug a tender. I don't know if I'll keep the barrel with it. I might just cover lots of coal here, and it is a bit damaged. But the plan is to paint this in the same sort of green that I did with red that I did for my 0F conversion to Era 1. And then it will look a bit more like Thunderbolt or whatever it's supposed to be. Maybe maybe I could get Thunderbolt nameplates for it. Yeah. Smutpuss magic buttons. He's got half a dozen. He's probably got more than half a dozen, I imagine. But yes, I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to couple it because it's only got this weird hoop. I might be able to do it with some string or something, but then you'll throw the whole weight of the train against that piece of rope. And then for the end gauge, I have, in here somewhere, I've got some sort of platform pieces. They're not all of them. They're just some Hornby ones. One of the really weird things I've got is this, which is actually a Hornby Doblo toad, painted in blue, and I can actually see the words Southall RU in the plastic over here. And then it's got number 1, PS, 10 ton on that side, and the same on that side. And I just, yeah, I think it's really cool. Like, it's just a funny colour. And inside, it's actually got some sort of passenger seats. So maybe it's like a preserved railways thing. They've got tall back seats and short seats inside. So maybe they're like adults and parent seats. But yeah, you can see the original grey just about inside there. So it's just a weird thing. And it's got Hornby Doblo and Meccano written on the bottom. And it's got the metal running boards and axle boxes and things. But it's got proper tension lock couplings screwed onto it. And I'm not running any of this stuff really, so I have no idea whether that's going to work, because I said I'd save it for the video. And now the rest of the stuff in here, I think it's just Engage stuff. So it's just, for instance, there's a couple of wagons. There's a Frost wagon, a Spiller's flower wagon, and an SR banana van. They can go back in there. And I've got some wagon loads. I've got some barrels and some barrels, because obviously there's a brewery on Karan, and there's some coal loads, and there's a platform bit there. And I've got some traction tyres. Now, apparently, these are Peter Spares traction tyres, but they actually came from Hatton's. And these are supposed to fit the Class 73 I got in England. I've got a Class 73, I think it's Broadlands. No idea if that's going to work. My Class 110 conversion to a single car DMU supposedly might need those. There's the ladders are 4 parts of this platform. There's another bit there, some steps. The railings are gone. And an oil lubricating doodad, so I can can actually get around to maybe like servicing some of my engines and actually just, you know, put some, what's it called, oil on the axles of my engines so they don't grind to a halt. So that's everything for that box. So I'll pop that in there, and that's only really like stocking filler stuff, like, because I have got a whole bag next to me of bits and bobs. So the first thing, which is quite important, is this, which is, and when it's open, something I've needed for a while. It is a soldering iron kit, and also some clippy things that stop you having to do some soldering. But my soldering iron broke about 6 months ago, and I haven't been able to do anything since. And in the 10 years since you could buy cheap soldering irons on the internet, they've now got like temperature control displays on them. So that's going to be really handy, because I couldn't do that before. So I had no idea what I was doing. I was just turning it on and going, ooh, is it melting yet? But now it will melt. And then something that's quite close to my heart I got from my dad and my grandparents is the Hornby Wayside Halt building, which I'll have a little look inside. So before I moved to Ireland, I lived in Suffolk, and I lived just down the road from the Mid-Suffolk Light Railway, so I used to volunteer there. And so I do a lot of like you turn up in the morning quite early on a Sunday, and you pull out the milk churns and the what's it called? The platform furniture, as it were, and make things look nice. And then I don't know, go get a mop and clean some coach boards or something. So this is really cool. Oh wow! I've not actually seen one of these like in person at the thing. Like this is just like, well, almost like the building that I grew up knowing, which is really cool. Although there's literally no interior, so like you used to go through the door there, and there'd be like a little. I'm sure there was another room. You could go into like 2 rooms or something. This end, maybe there was an extra bit on. I can't remember now. It's years ago, but you could go in, and there was a 00 model of the MIDI, and I set my trains up on there because of my MSLR Rover set, MSLR Loco, and my DAP wagons. I set those up on that layout, and there was like a wooden bit here with a pillar, and then there was an office in here that was set up like a mid-Suffolk like railway office, which was very cool. So yeah, that's cool. The roof, not quite the same, I don't think, but generally that's going to be something that I'm going to go, yeah, no, that's really cool. It's bigger than I thought it would be as well, because when I looked at the pictures of it online, I thought it was going to be about half the size. But then I suppose it's slightly realistic now, I suppose. And what I might do is get coffee stirrers. Like I might make a base for it, and then get coffee stirrers or matchsticks or something, and do like a wood interior to it, so you can't see just like made in China and plain resin. Would be cool. Maybe a little scene inside the things, and then find space for it on another railway layout, because that's really cool. Although I remember it at one point it was like Great Western colours. It was like cream up here and this sort of purpley colour down here with a black line, I think. So that is very cool. I won't put the bag back on it because that would take me forever. So I'll just pop that back in the box. There we go. Safe and snug. And in its box. So what have we got next? We have some vehicles. I've got some Oxford die-cast vehicles that are slightly overscaled, probably. There's Ali Ward and Sons, and it says Sparkling Light Dinner Ale. So there you go, because obviously there's a brewery on the 00 as well. And this one, I don't know if I showed you, it comes in a Tetley box. It is in fact some sort of limited edition Tetley Model T van. It's quite nice. It's in blue and gold. So that's cool. I'll have to see if I can squash a person into it and try not to make them look too overscale. So I've got those. Don't need the box anymore. I've got some more Engage bits. I have got a boxed Northeastern gunpowder van. And I've got one of the lovely new Coleman's wagons. So that'd be cool, because I'll be able to do a comparison video. I could review it on the Beaglington review at some point and compare it to my old style Coleman's wagon, if someone else doesn't beat me to it first. But yeah, that's really nice. And then I've also got this, which is really cool. So we've got like Coca-Cola stuff in 00 and in HO and stuff. Well, this is a Markland startup, which I've never heard of. It's a Markland startup, one cool wagon Pez. Yes, it is in fact a Pez dispenser wagon. So maybe it's carrying lots of Pez tabs or whatever you call them, and some dispensers. One's happy, one's crying with laughter. It's got a bit of a rainbow on it, but not quite the right colours. But that's very interesting. Like, I'm looking forward to opening that. I must get a drink in a minute when I've done this segment. So what else have we got in the bag? Now, I've also got another CWS wagon, which will go with my milk train. So that's quite cool. I've got some wagons that my partner got me, which are here. So I've got... And these are the same wagons. I have some of them already that I got one Christmas from my mum, because they were in the 2006 catalogue, and they were literally the best looking wagons in the whole catalogue. And I've always liked them, and just dropped them. But they're these three. So there's the Easter Iron Mines, the S.J. Morland and Sons, and the Tyne or Team Valley Granite wagon. And that one's actually been lightly weathered, but I don't think that's a Hornby weathering job. And it's got some like a granite load fitted inside of it, which you can't really see. So those are very cool. So I could kind of get a train together to run with those 3 wagons and that wagon together, and maybe the orange coaches. And now I'm almost down to the locomotives. No, there's no diesels here, Kelly. You'll be quite happy. So the last wagon that I've got in here is a Beatles wagon. And it's the 1962 to 66, 1967 to 1970 wagon, which, you know, I love the colour of. I like both the albums quite a lot, and they've now been remastered with extra tracks, and of course there's Now and Then. So we've got a bit of a freight train and a passenger train, but we've also got some locomotives. Oh, but there's one more thing first. I have got an FX kit. Another one that I can half build and forget to paint. But I love building these things, so that's pretty cool. I'll pop that under the desk, actually, so I don't lose it. But now we have some locomotives. And I suppose I'll do them in order of interestingness. The first one is a Hornby locomotive, and you may see that it is in fact a holding tank by that smoke box end shape, but if we take it out, if we can get it out, chuck the box away, we have got, there you go, that's the CIE Flying Snail livery, number 9. I can't remember them doing this individually. I know it was in like an Irish freight set with a Kilkenny coal wagon and a tanker and something else. And it's a bit dusty, and I hope it works. It's got some dirt on the wheels, so we'll see. So maybe that could pull the freight train. We'll have to see what's in the Sam's box as well for things to pull. But yeah, that's really cool. I've got some CIE coaches on pre-order from Hatton's, but you never know. I might have to cancel them because money's quite tight these days. I mean, some of these things have been sat in a Hatton's trunk for 6 months or more since I got birthday money. Right, the next model, and I've started to get out the box already because it could be quite a struggle, is not by Hornby. It is in fact by Bachmann, and it's this. It's a DCC on board 56XX. I have to get it out now. Sideways, it's 6671. There you go. Isn't that lovely? And I remember them doing this livery on one in a train set with some maroon Suburbans, and I'd always wanted it since I've seen that in the magazine. There you go. That's DCC fitted. It says that on the bottom as well, DCC fitted. It's supposed to work. Hopefully it works. Don't know what that is there. Bit of paper or something. Brake roddings on. It's missing a front coupler. Getting a cramp in my hand, it's so cold in here. And yeah, it looks alright. It doesn't look like the wheels are too worn. And it's not a split chassis thing. It's not too old, so it looks pretty good. Obviously it's DCC, so it's got the new chassis. So that's 6671. A nice Great Western locomotive. So that will look good on a later years Colston Old Winds slash British Railways Colston Old Winds GWR thing. Sorry, my hand is really sore. So that's those. And the last one is a Lima model. But it's a modern Lima model. It's a Lima 8 Plus Lima Hobby Line Scala HO 187. So there's a HO scale locomotive, there's a big L there. It's the FS Locomotiva Vapor 8030. 3 Assi Livria Nera Teleo Irutros. Whatever that means. So I've got a nice HO locomotive now, and that can pull the HO Pez wagon. So that's handy. I've got a locomotive for each of these trains. Wow. Look at the amount of foam on that. And then this little tiny thing. Wow. That's pretty darn cool. It's tiny. There's no detailed pack there. I don't know if there's one in the thing. Just going to open it up now. These little whistly bits are sticking out through the top of the plastic. Wow. And it's plain black, but it's got lovely gold numbering on it, and it's got lovely sort of burgundy underframes. It's got bright red cog there underneath, some screws, and a, yes, of course, a don't throw away sign. Smutpuss is in the goods yard. He's come over to give out to me saying, run some trains! So we'll get around to running some trains. That's got HO. There we go. Just click my fingers. It's got HO couplings, which would be handy. How does this? Yeah, we don't need that. Smush the peat in the tinsel. Ow, my fingers. Right. Okay, so we now have 3 engines, various bits of rolling stock, and we have a Sam's Trains mystery box. And I did have a knife here. Yep. You will run trains in a minute, Smush, just because you're not the centre of attention for 5 seconds. In 20 minutes. Where is my knife? Aha! It's underneath the station building, like a witch's legs. Now, let's find out what we got in the Sam's Trains mystery box. Of course, packing peanuts. Oh, well, this is going to be interesting now. Are you ready? So, I've got Smutpuss yelling in my ear. It's another Grizzly's rocket. My other one's not running too well at the moment, so that is pretty cool. It's a person on there. So that will be interesting to run. I now have one in the original condition. That's quite cool. And this one is... who have we got on the front there? It's a bloke in a grey hat. Do you have one of Grizzly's VIPs? Well, he looks a bit like some of them, but I don't see him on the guest list, so he must just be a normal passenger. I had the young offender. I think I repainted them. So the next thing I've got here... cool. Now, I never got any of the balancing rolling stock, but one thing that I don't have from Sam's Trains is a brake van on its own. And now I have a brake van, and it's a balancing one. That is so cool. It's like a little balancing toad. That would be absolutely perfect in a train with the Ruston. They make a tiny little train. That is so cool. And this must be like a prototype, because it's got like a bright red chassis. Right, what else is in this box? There should be some components. So I've got couplings and buffers. And are they for windows? Maybe. I'll have to look up the thing. Smushed up, scratching everywhere. And I've got some cool bits as well. I've got the deck to a carriage wagon. I've got some sleds. I've got some extra Grizzly rocket spares. Oh look, I've got a chassis. And I've got another body. Maybe it could be like a workman's hut, because I don't know what we've got here. I've got a deck for something on a Grizzly's, not a Grizzly's, on a tipping-y-doodah thing, balancing coach. That's the rest of that part. I don't have got any screws in here. What's that? A piano. I've got a piano. That must go on there like that. Oh, fantastic. Is that everything that's in here? Yes, just packing peanuts. Right. Yes, that is very cool. So I've got that, which I don't know that I'd necessarily be able to add that to anything. But you see, there's the Wibbly Wobbly Wagon Challenge that Shepmouth Junction are doing, and I was waiting for this pack to turn up to see if there was anything that I could use for it. And so yeah, I could, make like that into a wagon, just the two of those together. I've got some odd components. These spares, this is probably not going to be too useful. This probably would be if I accidentally damaged some of the cowling on that fan. So I've got those spares there. These pieces, I'll fit the, what's it called? Actually, that's interesting because I've got couplings for that, and I've got what appears to be glazing. But does it need buffers? It doesn't have buffers, so I've got spare buffers. Always handy to have spare buffers. I've had trouble with 1 or 2 buffers in the past. There we go, a coupling there on that end. So I've got some bits for the wagon challenge anyway, so I have to raid my spares box and my junk box. I've got a lot of junk around here. But no, that is very cool. And look, I've got 5 spare buffers, and I've got some glazing to pop in. Oh, cool! The brake handle's painted silver on the top. There's like weird webbing just here where the molding's done. Yeah, so I wonder now. There's long ones there. We'll see, anyways, because there might be enough to do that as well, and paint that. I don't know about painting that one. That's going to be quite hard. I don't really want to disassemble the whole chassis. It's got screw holes, though. So if you unscrew those screws, then you can take this completely apart and repaint it. But I think it looks quite quirky in that livery. It seems a shame to destroy essentially a limited edition version of a wagon just by repainting it badly. He says, having bought limited editions and thrown away the box. There we go. That's in. So we got something it can couple to now. There we go. Yes, right. That's going to be the end of that freight train. So I'm going to put this roof back on. I almost think that brake coach end. How does this go on? That goes. There's a groove. That end. That what's it called bit that I've got there? This could be a beach hut on the next part of the Coles and Allwyn's line, I think. To do with these extra sleighs, though. Interesting. I think it'd be interesting to find a chassis to mount this to. Would be very cool as well. So anyways, I've got bits there. I've got a piano. Lessons on piano, books we read in Sunday school. Anyways, so we're going to get those onto the railway, which means taking things off the layout on camera. So you go up, go up here, and you can have a look at old Smutpuss. Hang on, let me just adjust your camera. There you go. I can get to the brake band roll. Right, careful now, Smutpuss. So yeah, so that's what I've got. And I really need to get a drink because my throat's very dry. But I'm going to stick that inside in there. I'll take these brake bands off. Yeah, you can sit on the green. Look, as soon as he's back on camera, he's not giving out. He's just sat there having his nice time. So, put those down there. Down there. Right, I guess we will put the wagons on the inside line, the digital on the middle line because there's no brakes on that end. I don't want those trying things to have any issues with anything. Because the dining car, which was a transcontinental one, had trouble with the platform on the outside since someone pulled up the platform and I had to reposition it. Fine, you don't have to follow me round now. Good. So apparently there are 4 people there watching this, but I'm one of them, so there's 3 people. What's anyone expecting from Hornby? Anyone got any ideas? Because their new range comes out on the 9th of January, I think. So I expect they'll probably do some big fancy locomotive, top link kind of thing with, you know, bells and whistles and steam and everything. And what will they copy from someone else? And then you'll have, what else do you have? They'll probably have some sort of small industrial loco. I'm still waiting for the Rusted 88DS. Hornby said on a live stream thing on Signal Box or whatever it was, especially knocking the camera, that they were going to have the Rustin out before Christmas. Yeah, they had the VR Blue one out, and that was it. Not very interesting. Right, I'm going to have to put these. I'm going to put another loco there. I'm going to move this. This is the Tipfield coach. I got Tipfield Thunderbolt on DVD for Christmas as well in my stocking, so I watched that Christmas night. There we go, put that there. Which is great. I'll have to get my Tipfield train running. You see, I've got a 14XX, but it's only got the turntable motor in it, and it's not perfect. And I did try and replace it, but it did not work. So it's back to using that. But now I've got soldering iron. You never know. I might be able to get a new motor into it, a proper one. I'll move these out the way. Now we're nearly ready to put the other locomotives. What was that? Oh, bother. I've knocked one of the couplings I glued onto the Hornby Era 1 blue coach off onto the floor. I bought some new super glue though, so I can glue that back on. Yes, I still think it's a good idea to convert your Blue Rocket coaches or to these tension locks, because the job that they did on those was absolutely appalling. Those chain couplers are embarrassing, really. I know that they're supposed to be realistic and everything, but atrocious, really impractical. I don't know if you've ever tried to reverse the rolling stock that comes with the rocket into a siding. It doesn't work very well. And then it's very, very frustrating trying to get it coupled back up. So you won't do a large amount of shunting. Right, we can start putting stuff on the railway now. There's that lovely livery on there. And I really do love the livery on the Hornby version of this wagon instead of the larger mainline version wagon. It's the Hornby one's more vibrant. The colours are deeper. You know, it's a bit more orangey than red, and the blue is paler. I just really like the way that these wagons look. And now I'll nearly be able to have a rake of each of these wagons, which is very cool. So I've got the Easter Iron Mines wagon next, and I got these before one Christmas. I think it was 2006, maybe 2007, probably 2006. Yeah, and from where was it? Galaxy Models in Ipswich. I don't know if they're still going. With my mum and an LYR Pug in weathered BR black, which was gorgeous. I don't have those anymore, but I do have a few of each of these wagons. Yeah, they look very good. And now we're going to open the Beatles wagon. So, as you can see, it's still got the film on it. I will see now how good the pictures are, because they look rubbish through this film. They look absolutely dreadful. You peel it back, the colour is just brilliant. I bet the Abbey Road, one of these wagons with that sort of turquoise colour, looks great. You probably can't see on the camera that well, but the detail on the printing is actually not that bad. I assume it's painted on, like, but it looks almost like they're applied like stickers. Like, it's really weird, but very cool. Love the colour. So I've got the Revolver wagon and the Sergeant Pepper's wagon, and now I've got this one. I do try and get the other ones, but like, it's too much to pay for a wagon a lot of the time just for something with the Beatles on. No, it's mush. So pop that there at the front of the train, and we're going to put the CIE loco on. And I don't know if any of these engines work at all. I've not tried them. Obviously, the Lima one should work because it hasn't been run at all. It's brand new. So we're going to pop that on there. Except I can't because we're on the first radius curve and the coupler won't match up. Come on. There we go. Yes, beat me up with your head, will you? And we've got this lovely little wagon. Oh, I'll have to try out the Grizzly Rocket as well or something. So I've got the balancing toad on the end. So if I couple that up to the train, put it there, it actually is staying upright, which is ridiculous. And then look at this brake man. It's tiny. So we'll put that there a sec because I'm going to be behind the railway. And get the last train. So, well, trains. Oh, and I forgot the milk wagon. So I've got this is the HO Loco, which is very cute. And the shine on the back one is gorgeous. Really is. And you'll see them better in non-live videos where I've got a better screen resolution. As I said, this is the last video that I'll do probably before like mid-January because I need a break. And also because I need time to actually film stuff in advance of it going out. So we'll see now whether any of this stuff works. And this seems like ridiculous. I feel like there's purists going, oh no, you can't run a Great Western locomotive with those coaches, or you can't run a Bachmann super detailed locomotive with those old things. Oh, the indignity. No, I think that looks fab. Right. So now all I need is my other rolling stock, which are... Oh no! That's not good. I've taken the lemur wagon out and the coupling has fallen off and got on the floor somewhere. Where did you go? Where did you go? Come on, I don't have time for looking for lost coupling. Oh, my leg. I literally have no idea where the coupling has gone. This is not good. This is not good. Right, never mind. We should keep going. We can just couple it up to the end of the train. This is ridiculous. Where is the coupling gone? It just sort of fell off and bounced away. So we can add that to the back of the toad. Oh, it doesn't like that. Come on. It might help it balance a bit more as well once it gets underway. And we'll put the Grizzly's rocket just there. I'm going to try that out and see if it works. So now we have the Pez wagon. My goodness. What a livery. What a livery. Here we have the Pez wagon. It says, makes you smile. Oh, of course, right. So we're going to couple that up. I think that's how the HO couplings work. The decoder is supposed to be set to 3 for the Prairie, 56XX. So that's on the middle line. So we put the middle line there. Right. 0, 3. Select. Aha! And it is pulling them brilliantly, actually. I thought it was going to struggle, but no. Okay, so they're both set off the power clicks, but there we go. Unfortunately, it's not secretly sound fitting. There you go. And that's full speed as well on DCC. It doesn't get any faster than that apparently, which I suppose is fine, especially if I'm going to use it on Project Orbit. So this is the holding tank. And for its first run, this is the lever. Okay, it's not the lever engine, it will go anywhere. Bearing in mind it's sort of been running, it's literally on. Well, it's humming. It's humming, but it's not working. Oh, it's got lots of contacts. I literally have no idea. I don't want to short out though. So, that could be the subject of a new video. Why doesn't my new engine work? I don't know. Let's see now. Give me a minute. That's definitely there. Doesn't smell or anything, so I don't know. Right, that's not working. So the Pez wagon, I don't know. Oh, the milk wagon is gone. There's been an accident. Oh dear. Oh dear only. Never mind. The holding tank has crashed into the balancing brake van. Right, so the milk wagon needs a new coupling, which is lost in the field somewhere. And we'll couple up the balancing coach to the HO1. I'll just stick the... Right, okay. Come on now. I've got... Let's just check this out. That's not that way. Feels like this. No. There we go. I don't know what's up with the trains. Come on. Shows you something about standards, doesn't it? Second-hand corn tray, Christmas, runs for 5 seconds and stops. Just vibrates on the spot and then randomly goes very fast. Be short and so right. So that's going to work. The brand new Lima engine doesn't appear to work at all, which is quite annoying. Like there it is on the track doing nothing really. Oh jeez. I'll tell you what, I missed an awful lot because the live stream chat hasn't been working at all. Stephen offers on the blue text, Smutpuss must be bored, speaking house, but saying that nothing but love, plus 8 days a week, and cat hairs to blame. No, there's no cat hairs to blame here, Kelly. I literally have no idea, because this is not doing anything. If I take a train now and put it on that line, is anything going to happen? No. What is up with this railway? Whenever we go live... Right. Now, put Stepney on that track. I know that there are power issues because... Right, 56X is pulled off the track. I have power issues if we're on half power for the whole. But Stepney is running fine. It's reattached to this balancing thing. No, okay. The balancing coach is having issues. There's a loud bang outside. Right, Stepney's working. That's working. The outside line doesn't appear to work at all. So all the wires are in place. So I literally don't know what's going on. But yeah, I mean, there's no life there at all. Everything is wired. Seems fine. I'll put that there because I know that that's a good runner. But like, that's the power wire I've got here, and that's in the right place. And it's on. That's sticky. He's fine, I just stopped it to the bottom. But most perplexing, with the outside line, who uses the wire for the outside? But you know what? There's a point to make. We'll have to try the Grizzly's rocket and the new HO loco on the inside line because that's working. Or we can test whether it was the controller because I can change what controls the outside line. That's a good idea. So if I change, let's turn it off, stick that to the old red knob. Nothing. But if I stick, I'll swap that. Setting. Okay. It's a problem with the wires from the track to the controller. So it's unusual, that's not happened before. Ow, this guy. Become mindful. And we'll just go that way. Right. Okay. So we're going to try my other plan. Although this was running on the inside line, so this doesn't work at all. That's going to need sorting. I'll try and couple the Beatles wagon to the HO loco. Are we? Yes! It's alive! It is alive and it works and it looks really cool. There's my drink. Yay! That is a relief. Given how much new trains cost these days. It reminds me of the little style of couple. Is it one of those railways in Northern Ireland? That's really cool. I did not forget to clean the track. I know I will not calm down. I'm perfectly within my rights to get annoyed when a railway that's worked perfectly fine all Christmas suddenly stops working. Because I know it was working. It should be simple enough to work. Right, I suppose I'll have to find the rest of this rocket. Got the contacts on the touching the right pieces. So. The inside line was magically decided to come live for 2 seconds. This is nuts. How come this one? What have I done? Yep. It's stopped again now. Because it's derailed itself. Come on! Alright, Smutpuss, we don't need more hair on the railway. This Grizzly's rocket's actually working. Check this plan here. Yeah, it's stopped working. That's the thing with the Grizzly's rocket though. It kinda... I don't know if you've ever ran a Grizzly's rocket, anyone, but they sort of start and then they stop and then magically restart again. But normally, I found they only really run very well on my railway in reverse. Or at least the yellow submarine did. Maybe that's the paint that's been put on it. It's too much paint or something. But, I don't know, I don't think the yellow submarine works at all. It did get a lot of use, but it wasn't on speed. So, It's probably worn out a bit. It's going. Can the other one push it? No. Okay. Cameron would derail it. Come on. 2 rockets. Come on. You can do it. I'm hoping that the yellow submarine is going to create like a slipstream. I can still hear something working anyways. Here they come. They're both working. They're both ground to a halt. They're still sort of going. Oh, they both stopped. I was impressed because the yellow submarine one hasn't worked in ages. No, there's not a dip in the track. I have a very well built baseboard. I didn't build it. It was Model Railway Baseboards Ireland who built this baseboard. I just put the 2 halves together. So it's a very sturdy baseboard with very flat surfaces and very flatly laid track. It's working, it's actually working. It doesn't like this one here though. I found this, I used to have points back here to run between the lines. The stuff used to derail on them all the time, so I stopped using them. Right, I wonder if I can put this here. I think this will need a good clean. Maybe my new oil pen will come in, but at least the dressing's got it there, works. So this is on there. Whew. There you go. Well, I didn't do anything to fix the railway, so I don't know why things went now working. The curse of the live stream. Does it happen to everyone? Because does that happen to everyone when they go live? You say, well, this is really good. Oh, no, I only have one other item of Irish. I have 2 items of roll stock Irish. I have my Pierce Foundry item from What's the Model Roller Shop. I have a little like post down. Slow that down just a little bit. We might be able to see it on camera. Right, so we don't have to do stuff running. I might move the camera so we can actually see it. We could do with a Smutpuss monument though. Wouldn't that be pretty cool? We could get Model U to scan the Smutpuss and then make like one that's maybe O scale and stick it in the village green as a monument. I don't know if anyone saw in the Christmas special that Smutpuss is apparently running for mayor. He thinks that he should be the boss of this little seaside town. Don't you? He's got somehow he's managed to get the trailers and things from the little Airfix Jeep on his foot, and he's actually booted Trevor. I'll take the camera out of the tripod, hang on. He's got a military trailer on his foot, and he's actually kicked Trevor clean out of the thing like he's on the fence. Here's the CIA engine anyways, and there is the backward engine, and there is the completely Continental Loco. Now I know nothing about the Continental Loco either, so yeah, there's Smutpuss. I think we'll have to get like a t-shirt printed that says "Vote Smutpuss for Mayor" and a picture of the Smutpuss on it. I'll have to move Skeptic because he's up in the cliff. Oh, you can see our road train that we got. That's a Lego Creator little Christmas kit. And if I swing back this way, I also got a B-set coach to go with my other B-set coach for Christmas, for Project Aldwin, which it's not necessarily languishing back here, but usually I clean it up and make it nice and tidy, ready to run. And then I just dump all the rolling stock from a Beaglington-On-Sea episode on top of it, and hence unable to be run after an episode. Yeah. And I must show you as well as we go over. There is in fact tomatoes growing on my tomato plant, and it's nearly January. And it's not just two, because I've got more over here. So there you go. And they're still growing all the way up there. At this rate, I'll have to put them on the floor. Like, I had them on the window, and Kelly was saying, move them so Smutpuss can sit on the window. And I was like, no, I won't. And then I was like, yeah, I'll have to, because they are literally too tall to go anywhere else. Like, I couldn't put them up there anymore. They've got to go somewhere else. So we'll just put this back here. Yeah. So anyways, Kelly, what would you like to see Hornby do in the range next year? And David, I'd like to know what you might think Hornby might do as well. We can put Tetley one there, and we can put the brewery one over there. I don't know why we didn't just get Smutpuss to clear the snow. He's very good at it. He just puts his paw down usually when everything comes up. The old E2 tank engine on shelf. So do you mean like the E2 that they did, the trying one with the short tanks? Is that what you mean? I'd like to see the long one done in the railway range, the long tank one done in the railway range with proper lining in LBSCR grey. I think would look really cool. Because it's already been done in umber. I don't know why they did SECR rather than LBSCR, because their justification was probably, look at it, we've done SECR coaches, let's say, which I don't think we did. Whereas they did LBSC coaches, so it doesn't really make any sense either. Oh, but you know what I'd love to see though is the railroad range terrestrials done in like a LBSC ready really before. Yes, oh yes. The old one, the short tank one in the LBSC number 100, yes. Very nice actually. I honestly don't know what I'd like to see myself, because, you know, I've got things on pre-order that I probably can't afford anyways, and there's so many things that have come out that I have missed out on. And I just like, oh, well, you know, what's the point of releasing something else that I want, because I won't ever be able to buy it. So, you know, I want someone to do an LBSC K1. Mind your feet, Bush. But I think it would be better if Batman did it. Yeah, there's a train horse because I don't know if Hornby would necessarily be able to get the delivery as perfect as like the LBSCE for the back-ended of this one. But then again, Hornby might already be able to afford it. Rapido I'm waiting on the E1s, and then I've got a P-Class on pre-order, the blue one. So I hope for them. A revised Class 47. So the problem with that is that, like, if it's going to be a super detailed one, they're going to be competing with other people. And what they need to do is they need to create something that's really, really detailed, but less expensive than the really, really detailed other options. Or people are just going to go all Hornby and duplicating and making things too expensive. Which a lot of people do say. And you know, I think we should be happy that there is an abundance of different models and we can pick between which model has been of the same type as been made by different people. Oh, we can have this one because it's better. But when you can't afford to live in anyways, we could speculate all the like. Personally, I'd like to see Hornby introduce the Crime Railways Remembered Caledonian set that got cancelled. Which is funny because they've done Lord of the Isles sets. They did Lord of the Isles in 2006, I think it was. They did the Caledonian in 2007, but they were the train packs with 3 coaches each and no track. So it would be nice if we did get round to doing that set. I'd like to see them go to the railroad range and change the livery on the container wagons. Because it's boring. I've got 3 of the same ones, you know. Okay. I don't want any other Hornby models in any case, and for Dapple Foxcote Manor. How much longer do you have to wait for Foxcote Manor? Like, do you know how long it's going to be? I've changed angles now. Just enjoying seeing these new trains run. I think it's really funny though when people ask, what do you want to see from the new Hornby range? And everyone goes, I'd like to see things a little bit cheaper. Don't have any room for any Hornby range. Well, I suppose the problem I have is that I have 2 chests of doors that are full of rolling stock, and then I have 2 plastic tubs that are full of rolling stock. But the chest of doors is, like, getting a new chest of doors is quite expensive. And I've only been able to build up my rolling stock by buying stuff second hand and only buying it when it's like rock bottom prices, right? So look out! Look out! There are trains there, Smutpuss. What I would really like to see. Oh, do you know what I'd like to see? Do you remember the Hornby TV show? I can't remember what it's called now. The one on yesterday. I know. Yes. You did hear an innocent meow. Oh, what was the name of that TV show? Oh, I can't remember. Anyways, on that, they had some poor bloke designing a B4, but this footage was shot after Dapple had designed and released a B4 in both 00 and then we had an O gauge one out. And I never really understood why they got this bloke to waste time on it, because they never released it. Like, design this. Okay, we haven't seen it since. So I'd like to see it in a train set. I'd love to see a railroad style train set with like a B4 and maybe like a shunter's wagon and 2 other wagons and come with a siding and a normal control that works, and just, you know, be like, oh yeah, it's a little shunter, that's it, just remind you. Let people have their imagination. Don't try and sell the set just because it's got the 3rd iteration of a different version of the same sort of technology that isn't quite perfect and isn't available on every platform. Just give them a working controller. You know, that would be cool. Sell it for the same sort of price that they sell the Christmas train set for, because normally that's less than 100 quid, because a starter train set should be less than 100 quid. I remember when I was younger it was £50 for a train set. So that would be a model world, yes, that's what it was. But yeah, I think it will be good to have that loco out, because we've seen it designed, but also to have it in a nice train set as well would be cool. That's alright, Kelly, I'm going in a minute. I'm losing my voice. But it was very nice to have you. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. And yes, have a perfect New Year as well from me and Smutpuss. Okay. And we'll see you in the New Year. Yeah, I'll have to stop the cranes in a minute because it's absolutely Baltic in here. I'm actually stood behind the camera with my hands my hands in my pocket. Oh no! Smutpuss is causing accidents. He's knocking down all the station furniture onto the tracks and the train track stopped. Get out! Oh no! That's alright. The Hitchcock Locos derail wagon has crashed into the back of Stepney. Must be looking at a balloon. Well, I suppose that's an alright enough place to stop, isn't it? Let me just get my camera back to where it should be. That's not too bad. We're not that long over a normal episode length from Beaglington-On-Sea, and I haven't had to faff about with taking things on and off too much. And that's the main thing, really, is that it's been... Storm Smutpuss is right, yes. But no, it does take a lot of effort to make an episode. There's a lot of editing. My laptop is broken, so everything's purple and green. And any further editing that I have to do is on another computer, which is incredibly slow. So it does take a while now to get episodes done and out. But it's like people say, "Oh, this is not stressful." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's really fun, you know." So I enjoy doing it. And live episodes like this are fun, but they're also difficult because I have to do a lot of talking, and when I do a lot of talking, I lose my voice. But also, it's the changeovers. Like, I have no idea how Sam does it with all those extra segments. He must do it. It's through his computer, I suppose, which I don't have one of those. But like, I can't cut to things, so it's just me trying to get stuff to work, or not work as we've had. And it seems like every single time I try and do a live thing, there's always some sort of weird issue. But yeah, basically, but the rest of the time now, over January, it'll be taking the snow up, putting the Christmas bits away, hoovering endless cat hairs off of the railway, making sure the rails are clean. I've got to plan the new season of Beyond Beaglington. I've got stuff to do on Project Oldwin. I've got the Engage thing to do. I have lots to do on that, but I'm hoping over this next week while the wire is away, I can get some paper mache done and stuff like that. So, yes, I've got lots planned. I don't know who's still tuned in because I left my phone over here. I know David was here, and he's gone. Whoops, utensil. But yes, it's been an absolutely fantastic year. I'm getting like over 200 subscribers. I had a video, it's probably on like 20,000 views now of that orange tank engine. I've done Beyond Beaglington. I've started another series. I just couldn't have done it without people actually going, yeah, do you know what? I'm actually going to tune in for like 30 seconds at a time. You know, it's just fantastic that I'm able to make content that other people will watch just for entertainment, because at the moment I'm not making any money out of it. People keep suggesting I make a Patreon, but I don't really know how any of that works. But you know, it's been absolutely fantastic to have people watching and to do stuff that I enjoy and can share with people. So thank you very much to everyone, basically. And roll on 2024, and hopefully, maybe, just maybe, Ruston 88DS in the North British distillery livery. But I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. So, oh, I've got to press the emergency stop button again. Actually, turn the speed down there, and then we can turn it all off. So, thanks again for watching. You've been a wonderful audience. I've been a wonderful Alex. He's been a wonderful Smutpuss. And Alex at the desk is in bed with tuning mince pies. So we will see you again in about a month's time, maybe less. And have a very good New Year's bash, whatever you do for New Year's. And we will see you then. But I'm going to go and maybe join a pub quiz. But who knows? So until next time, you stay awesome, and we'll try not to get blown away. Ta-ra! Now, how do you switch this thing off? Oop.